Hey guys, and welcome back to the Idle Skilling and IdleOn crossover event. So I'm playing Idle Skilling here to get rewards in Legends of IdleOn, and we've got several rewards here I want to get today, with the final one, of course, being the funny hat, which is the same hat that the fishing guy starts wearing in Idle Fishing, or maybe it's a purchase you have to make. Either way, mine eventually had the hat. I think maybe I purchased it or something. So, up to World 2, but I needed to get to the World 3, or the mountain zone, in order to get this next reward. So I knew I was going to have to increase my damage and then kind of grind it out here. So, here I was at the little death area there. I ended up getting the bonus from that, which is 70% kills. But first here, I decided to ascend to try and get some points from that. So as you can see here, did that, and then we are back. And each time you ascend, you get some points that sort of help you with various perks that are permanent. So then we can go much faster the next time around. It's sort of a basic concept with these idle type games, the concept of the sort of ascending or prestiging. And then crafting is basically a really big part of your overall damage output, especially for the idle damage attacks. And then we have our contracts here, which is kind of like, it's almost like in-game achievements, except you have to use these points to unlock various very useful things, one of them being auto progression. For each zone, you have to unlock it individually, and that's a huge help because it means you don't have to constantly be manually clicking to the next monster each time you progress. And here I was putting in the new ones here. There's a little thing in the lower right corner where if you tap it, it'll go between 1x, 5x, like all the way up to 200x, so you don't have to click quite as many times as I was clicking right here to do these upgrades, because sometimes you have to do quite a few when you're starting over. But yeah, basically wanted to get all of my skillers in there doing their reps and such, and then we can get our base levels up and such. So yeah, we had the crafting going as well here. Really, again, the key thing is I'm trying to work up towards a certain amount of damage, probably. And a huge piece of that is just the crafting and then unlocking new mining materials. Honestly, the fishing, I was doing way better at the fishing than the mining. The mining seemed to take longer, and the new materials were kind of limiting me. So up to Keymaster B. So here we are at mountains, finally. And I'm wondering if it was here where we got the reward, or if maybe this one was after we reached the mist. But regardless, so I ascended again. It must have been that we have to reach the mist. I guess that's what it was for this next reward. Or it took a while to claim it, which was definitely the case for the previous one. I was trying to get ahead first. I didn't realize that you have to actually, it doesn't count that you've done the IdleOn crossover reward if you've reset. If you've ascended, then it doesn't count it anymore. You have to actively, I think, be at that spot, if it wants you to progress to the next zone or something. So here we go. I ascended again. This was a whole chain of ascensions that I was trying to use to farm some points. And then putting these points back into various upgrades. More cash, idle attack speed, there's idle damage, base damage, lots of things. So I did a lot of different ascensions here, as you can see, just even a few hundred points each time. I was just chaining them together. And the H2O bonuses are big, but really it's the strength one that's the biggest, because that affects your total damage. And then raids. Raids are huge because the rewards are actually quite good. I didn't realize this at first, but they're fairly easy to do. And the rewards, it gives you a ton of different things you can put the reward points into, including starting levels being higher, as well as lowering the amount of XP needed per level for skills, as well as the attack, strength, and health. So that's really huge because you can see that lowering the overall amount of XP is going to scale very nicely with, sort of endgame progression. So I think those are quite good. And then you can also unlock auto cast, which, sort of works with the auto progression, but it auto casts the abilities if you leave it open. So that's pretty cool. Regardless, though, raid's definitely a big piece of it all. As you can see here, some very, very nice bonuses. They really start you off at a much better place. Of course, the other tips I would have for ascending are that you wanna have a fair bit of cash saved up at the end, like when you're ready to ascend, so you'll get a certain percentage of the cash back the next go around, and have cash to start with. And then you also want to have materials like fish and ores ready to go, because you'll get to keep those and then be able to instantly craft after you've ascended and gain back a lot of the bonuses, and that helps you to sort of quickly get back into the next thing. So yeah, as you can see, I hadn't even reached the desert yet, so we're gonna do that and put that one in, and we got 300 gems from that one. And here is my, I think they call it the mastery tree. I'm trying to get up to that sort of blue flail looking thing, which has 40% damage. But I also decided to, for some reason, do this bottom path. I don't even know what the thing at the bottom does. It says, yeah, 3% chain level. I don't know what that even is, actually. I still don't know what it is. And this is me looking back on it, so I don't know what that does. Here I was getting the bonus there. All you have to do is just, it's a spoiler, but you just have to give the little Reaper guy a certain amount of, like, fish. I think he wanted some sharks or something. You just give him whatever he wanted, and then you get this reward here, which is 70% more kills, which seems pretty nice to me. So that one definitely is worth doing. And you always want to be moving up with your miners, because new materials means new things you can craft, and the higher up the tier you're crafting on, the larger the bonus. Like for damage, it gives a higher bonus if you're crafting in a higher tier. So here we are at the mist, and finally ready. I guess it was the mist I was waiting for. Sorry, I misspoke earlier. I just hadn't even claimed the one for, like, the second zone, I think. So let's get in here and claim our reward. And here we go, putting this in. And what will we get? We know what we're going to get. We're going to get the funny hat. But it's pretty cool. It's my first idle skilling sort of unique item. The items interest me the most, more than any of the other things in the reward chain. So really this item, and then the trophy is the other thing that really interests me, but it looks like it's going to take a while to get there. So as you can see, 6% skill efficiency. It's even got weapon power, I think, on it. So pretty interesting hat, honestly. Should be good for some skilling character, but it has weapon power too, so it's pretty interesting. It has upgrade slots. So yeah, there you go. Made some progress in idle skilling. I might not even show idle skilling again, though, until I reach the trophy, just because I'm not really sure if it's very exciting to make videos about or to watch. So we'll try some other stuff and maybe come back to idle skilling once I'm a little closer to the trophy. So yeah, leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.